it's Patty from PS Papercrafts. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have a lot to tell you before I get started, but so this is August 2020, and I'm doing a special. Anyone who spends $50 with me will get a free holiday rhinestones. And these are really pretty, and they're not just for holidays. There's greens and reds and blue and gold, so they're really pretty. So place a $50 order with me, and I will have my information in the YouTube video and also on my my website, pspapercrafts.com, and you can go there. The other thing is I'm just kicking off a Christmas card kit club. And for 3 months, I'll be doing kits that I make, and you can purchase them. Each month we'll make 16 cards, and it'll go for 3 months, so September, October, November. So in the end, you'll make 48 cards for Christmas, which is pretty cool. So I'll have the card kits and everything. You can add on stamp set if you want. Nothing will be stamped. There'll be things die cut. There'll be ribbon and gems and all that good stuff. But I can't pre-stamp. So if you have a stamp set you can use for it, or you can purchase the stamp set that I'm using. So those are two things. Look at my blog for both of those. The other thing is that I'm part of a team of demonstrators. There's 11 of us, and we're going to add a 12th one. And every month we create a project based on a bundle, a suite, a color, whatever. So each month, and this is actually for August, if you purchase from me and my online store, you'll get this free tutorial, and it is full of good stuff. There's 12 different projects in here, and the theme is Whale of a Time. So if you look through, and I'm not going to show you too much, but there's just different cards throughout this with all kinds of pictures and instructions and all kinds of stuff. So 12 projects, and they're simple. They're very easy to duplicate them. So if you are interested in getting this for free, and I'm going to eventually have it, if you want to buy just the PDF, you can. I don't have that set up yet. But if you want to get this for free, just order from me on my online store. So I'm going to make the card that I made for the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. That's quite a mouthful. And I just wanted to show you a little bit about this this suite. It's so much fun. I love the designer series paper. I think that's my favorite part. It has a fantastic embossing folder that gives you all of this different kind of sea plant, seaweed type thing. It's really beautiful. And it goes on page 94, 95, and 96. And it has a great stamp set, and there's a punch. So let me just show you that. So this is the stamp set, and I love, you're kind of a big deal for the whale. I love sea turtles, so this really spoke to me. And I think the jellyfish is pretty cool. Whale done, thanks a ton. And then there's a punch that punches out the whale. So it might be better this way. It has the whale, and it has a little water spout, and it has some fins and the bottom of the whale that you can add. So it's really cool. And then there's a 6x6 designer series paper, and I think this is my favorite part of it. The colors are just very vibrant, and they have really pretty scenes. And the whale actually gets cut out with the punch, so you can use the water. I love this. So there's a lot in here. The little seahorses. I love the turtles. So I've actually made a bunch of cards. You can look at my blog using this paper. And you could just use part of the sheets. So that's what my main part of my card is, is the designer series paper. And let me get started. I am not going to share on my blog all the dimensions. I'll show you how I make it, but that's part of the PDF, so no cheating. Anyway, I have all my pieces cut, so I'm using Pacific Point, and it's pretty obvious what I did anyway. Pretty easy card, and again, these are simple, they're duplicatable, very easy. So the first thing we're going to do is put our layers together. So I am adding some baker's twine here, so I don't want to put it down on my white layer yet. But I'll first start with this. I'm going to use my liquid glue, and just get this strip going. But even the back of this, isn't it pretty? So let's just move this off so I don't get any glue on that. And I'm just going to kind of put it right in the middle, and I'll show you where I got this strip from. Let me just see if I can find it. So this was the bottom strip of this, and I just cut it down to size. So, or the top strip, I guess, bottom or top, one of them. So I just took a strip off, and I only needed so much. And I love this. I made a card with this. I love this one too. I just think it makes me happy. So I really enjoyed using this one. So let's put this one down. There's some seaweed on the back. And we'll just put this right in place. Kind of center it. And then let's get our scrap of paper and just punch, well, stamp and punch. Let me just grab a scrap here. So I want to do my sentiment, and it says, hoping all your birthday fishes come true, ha ha ha. I'm going to use Pacific Point because that is the color of my card base. And this is such a nice color. It's bright and cheery, a pretty blue for water. And I'm just going to stamp that here. And we'll close it. Well, let's do our inside. So the inside, I'm using Happy Birthday, and I'm using that from a grandkid. It's right here. This is great for sayings. I love this. So smart, so fun, so sweet, and so wonderful. I mean, great for a grandkid, but for a kid, for a spouse, for a friend, for anybody. So proud of you. So I like this stamp set because it has some nice sentiments. So let's do the inside layer and just get that going. And now I just put another piece of the designer series paper there. I made it very simple, but you could stamp some seaweed, some seahorses, a heart, whatever you want. I'm just sticking with what I did on the first card. And we'll just ink this up and put it right here. I love that Happy Birthday. It's nice and big and bold. Put that aside, and then we do have to stamp some fish, but I want to cut this out first. So I'm using the Label Me Lovely or Label Me Fancy. I will have it on my blog. For some reason I can't keep these two straight. So this is it has a little hole, a hole punch, and then a little slot for ribbon. And the way these work is they just unlock in the back, and you have to unlock it, and I always work from behind. That's just the way I do it, and I try to line it up and get it even, straight, and then we'll punch that out. And then I like to just draw a little dot because I'm going to use the hole to look at my point, to punch the hole for the ribbon. So that looks about right, and then I can feed it in here and just get right where that hole is. Where is it? I almost got the letter. I don't know if you could see it, but I could see it. And you could just wing it if you want. I wanted it to be even, and you don't get to see the sides that well, you know, the top and the bottom, so I figured it was just easier to do it this way. Okay, and then let's do some of these fish. So let me get just a scrap of paper, and because I'm going to go off of this and stamp the fish. Now the fish I'm doing in Calypso Coral, because that's the color of the fish in the paper, and I like to match that up. And I just wanted to get it just up here. I don't want to go over the letters, but I want to get as close to them as I can so I can get a few fish on there. And then I'll just add another one. Let's see. Let's do it that way. That looks good. I like things going off the paper, so let's put that aside. Let's close this up. And then this piece, let me get the ribbon. So the ribbon is from the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack, and it actually has 3 ribbons in it. And I really was just looking for the Baker twine. It has some silver and blue and white in it, but these are very pretty for other kinds of cards. So let's feed this through. Let me just snip the end so it's nice and clean for me to work with. And it is a little bit hard because it does come apart, and there's the silver piece that's kind of wrapped around it. So you want to make sure you get all of that through. And just feed it through. See, the silver came off, but that's going to go in the back. So I'm not concerned. And then we'll just make sure we have enough to go around the back. And then we'll clip it and tape it. And actually, I'm going to put some dimensionals on this, and I want to put them on before I tape it in the back, or while I'm taping it in the back. It's going to be a little bit, you know, not difficult, but you've got to get it all going at the same time. And do I have another one? Perfect. Okay, and I will take the backs off before I proceed with the Scotch tape. This way I can have it down there and then tape it around the back. Whoops, that wasn't good. But I want to make sure that it's straight and we get the ribbon taut. Is that the right word? Taut? Sounds funny. Straight. Where is my Scotch tape? Here we go. So I'm going to just take 2 pieces off here. Taut. I don't know. I'm trying to reach for that word. It'll come to me when we're done. Just sounds kind of funny. Isn't that cute on the back with the whales and the jellyfish and the sea turtles? So much fun. So let's put this on. Now you could pop this up. I didn't, and I'm not going to, but you could put it on the white and then pop the whole thing up. But I'm just going to do it, as I said, the way I did it in the tutorial. And we'll just put some adhesive on this. And lay that down. I like having a little bit of the white border around it just to make it kind of pop off the page. And then we'll put this down. It's a very easy card, and I think, you know, when you get a nice designer series paper, the designer series paper really just makes the card. It makes it very easy to put something together, even without a lot of stamping. So let's do a bow as well. Let me just put this on. So we need a bow and we need some sequins. So I'll just tie a bow here and add that on with a glue dot. And I kind of have the bow going sideways on this one, which I liked. So let's just cut these off. I think that's a little too big. And we'll cut them off again. Okay, let's get a glue dot. And I'll just take one off and stick it on the back here. And then put this right there. Cute, right? And this is going on the inside. So let's do that first, and then we'll put the sequins on. Just going to add a little liquid glue on here. You could use whatever you like. I tend to use the liquid glue. And we don't want them upside down. So we'll just go top to bottom, edge to edge. And again, you can stamp whatever you want on this. Doesn't have to have the paper. That's kind of the easy cheater way. All right, isn't that fun? On the inside, just the pop of green, the bold happy birthday. All right, so now we're down to sequins. And I always struggle with sequins. So these are the Whale of a Time sequins. And they actually have these. I don't know if you could see them. Let me put on the back of this. They're like little fins. So I haven't used them yet. I'm not really sure about them, to be honest, whether I like them or not. So I'm going to use my Picket tool, and it has this kind of putty end. And I like to lay them down before. And I'm actually going to take this end off so I can work together. And I'm going to put them down before I put the glue down, just to get them lined up the way I want. And I'm looking for certain colors. So there's greens and blues, and then those pink fins. I don't know why this is sticking. I must have a little bit of glue on that. And I want to end up with about 5 of them. Let's put this one here. And let's get a big green one. There we go. Oops. Okay. Oh, they drive me crazy. I like things that are already sticky. So now I'm just going to, now I'm going to need 3 hands. Put just a little dab of glue and put this on. Come on. Okay. A little dab of glue and put this on. I feel like a surgeon here. And it's a good thing I'm not, because I would be butchering whatever I was working on. Oh my goodness. Now it's sticking to my hand. This is why I don't like sequins. I like the way they look. I just don't like working with them. If you have a tip, send it on over. This is how I see other people do it, but they don't seem to struggle like I do. There we go. And I'm going to actually let these kind of sit for a minute. I think what I end up doing is I end up getting glue on my hands and on my tools, and then everything sticks, and that's my problem. So let's close up the glue. I think we're done. Yay. So these are the 2 cards, and I think they're really cute, fun for a kid. And if you want the PDF, you can email me if you have any questions, if it's, I kind of confused you or anything. Patty at pspapercrafts.com, and say, how do I get the PDF? Or I want to do your Christmas card club, or I want the rhinestones, whatever. So there's a lot of different things that I talked about. Just let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to help you out. You guys have a great day. Thanks for joining. Bye.